Good morning, students. This morning we'll be looking at Nmap, the virtual lab. Let's look at the objective. The objective is to demonstrate the practical use of Nmap software tool to discover host, port, and service in a network, the learning outcomes. At the end of the virtual lab, you'll be able to discover a host, port, and service in a network. Recall activity. In our previous lecture, we discussed the uses of Nmap. We said Nmap, which is network mapper, is the most widely used and popular network scanner to discover a host, to discover port and services, operating system and service fingerprinting. That means to get more information about the operating system and services. Enumeration, that is probing to get more information about a particular target. It's also used for MAC address detection, vulnerability, and exploit detection. So these are the uses of Nmap. But today, as I said, we are going to look at how the Nmap can be used to discover a host in a network, the port, and service. The Nmap has a syntax, and the syntax is Nmap, the scan type, option, and the target, as you can see on the screen. We are going to do the practical aspect of it so that you understand it better, and also you'll be able to apply it in the industry. So we have an IP address of Nmap and also a website. We can specify the website as a target or the IP address as a target. And please take note, you must have permission to scan a network. It is illegal if you scan a network without any permission. In our example, the Nmap as an organization gives permission to the public to scan the network. So we have an IP address. We are going to scan the network to discover if this IP address is existing, if it belongs to a particular host, and also the services on the ports. I will take you to the Nmap window where we can carry out the practical exercise. Please, I want you to pay attention and watch. So this is the Nmap window. Recall that I taught you the step-by-step instructions on how to install the Nmap. The Nmap is a copyright-free software tool. So let's look at how we can discover a host, service, and port in a network. We have the IP address as 45.33.49.119. This IP address, that is the target. So after specifying the target, you also specify the profile. The profile has a drop-down list. Then click on the drop-down list and select option. We have so many options here. We are going to select quick scan because it's the fastest among the list you have here. The other options, we are going to discuss how they are being used in our subsequent lectures. I will click on quick scan. Here you can see on the command, you have Nmap -T4 -F -45, then the IP address 45.33.49.119. This display automatically. When you specify the IP address or the website address as a target, the command appears on its own. What it means that the T4 is the timely template which determine the speed at which the scan is being processed. The slowest is T0 and the fastest is T5. It is always recommended that you use T4 because it's more stable than the other options. Then F indicates fewer ports to be scanned. Then you have the IP address. You select scan to process the scanning, to start the scanning process. I'll click on scan. As you can see, the scan button. Please watch and you see the result of the scanning. You see the report. We want to see whether we can discover this particular host on the network, the ports on that host, and also the services. Yes, this is the report. We have the information here that host is up, as you can see on the screen. Then we have the ports, different ports. We have port 22, 25, 80, 113, 443. Remember, I taught you port in our previous lecture, the different types of ports we have. I taught you, and also the protocols, the different types of protocols we have. Here you can see that we have a transmission control protocol. Then we also look at the state of the ports. We have open ports and closed ports. Recall that I also taught you the different types of state of a port, where you have open port, closed port, filter port, and unfiltered port. Then look at the services. We have SSH, secure share. We have simple mail transfer protocol. We have HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. Then we have INDET, which is identification service. Then we have HTTPS, that is hypertext transfer protocol secure. Recall also that I taught you the different types of services. So we have been able to discover a host, that this host is existing in a network, then the ports on the host, then the different services that are configured on the host, the different services that are configured on those various ports that you can see on the screen. Please, I want you to take note that in our subsequent lectures, we are going to go in details on the use of Nmap. So we have completed today's topic, and I will see you in our next virtual lab. I remain Ehigiato Ego Promise. Thank you.